May we talk about another virus aside from the coronavirus today? Hello again, everyone. I'm Eli's dad with Project Eli, where we educate, lead, and inspire. Today I want to talk to you about a virus, the number one virus that prevents people from being the successes that they desire to be and deserve to be. And it is the virus known as procrastination. But I must give you a disclaimer and a warning before we begin talking about it. You, if you're watching this video right now, could somewhere down the road be arrested as being the receiver of stolen property. Here's why I say that. I continuously watch some of the other pundits on YouTube looking for ideas, looking for different perspectives, different paradigms to present different views, because when you talk about success, there's a particular formula which we've gone over and over again, but the key thing is, it's just like that teacher in school that you had where, you know, let's say you had two chemistry teachers, and one guy is, you know, he's teaching out of the book, and you're looking at it and you're saying, do I understand it? Do I understand it? And then you have the other guy, and the way he's doing it is he's telling stories, and he's making it clear, and he's making it fun, and you're understanding it better than the guy that's just parroting what the book is saying. So the delivery, the message is the medium, as they like to say, or the medium is the message, one of those two, you figure it out. The key thing is finding different ways to say something is what makes, as an example, a successful salesperson, right? Finding a particular hot button that somebody has, or a nice teacher, or a good coach. You know, how a particular coach teaches something, teaches concept, teaches principles, gets you to do something. And today I want to talk with you a little bit about procrastination and sort of an epiphany that I had while watching one of these videos that I like to watch. And one of the things that I have preached over and over again in this series on Project Eli about leadership is that the definition of leadership is taking the things that make someone successful as an individual and transposing them to a group of people so that they are looking at things through the same lens that a successful individual looks at. I've also pointed out that it is not essential that the group of people that the leader is leading understand the nuts and bolts, the why and because of the success formula, just so long as they go ahead and perform the function. Just the same way as a little baby doesn't understand if they have a toy and they drop it, it falls to the ground. Later on they'll understand that, hey, that was because of gravity. They don't understand the why and because, they just know that when they do that, it's going to fall and it's going to hit the ground. So the formula for success works exactly the same way. And one of my major points in terms of being a good leader, of being someone that gets the group to getting the team to accomplish a worthwhile goal, is for you as the leader to get into their hearts, and then their heads will follow. People start to follow someone when they feel it in here, when they want the same thing that the leader wants, because the leader has pointed out to them the features, the advantages, and benefits of achieving that particular goal. So one of the things that you want to do as a leader, and we've pointed this out over and over again, is you want to get into their hearts, and you want to get input from your team as to, yeah, I can see where that's important, I can see where this is going to benefit us, I can see where this is going to benefit the public, I can see where this is going to benefit mankind. Whoever it's going to benefit, it could be all three. So once people see that, then they have a mission. Then they have a burning desire. then they have a vision of something that is successful. But the first thing is as the leader, you want to make sure that they feel it in here. Now here's the part where I am dispensing stolen property. I was watching, and one of the people said, you know how do you get an individual to stop procrastinating? Is get them to get into their own hearts, and then their head will follow. Wow. I never really thought of it that way, but the same thing that's true, what makes a team successful is you get into the team's hearts, their heads will follow. Well, you as an individual, what do you have in your heart? What would you define your, what they like to say now, brand message is? What's the problem that your brand can solve, that you can feel good about in here? How will you market that brand to get yourself more visibility? What's the problem that your brain can solve for the public? So what it is that gets somebody going as an individual is to get a cause, to have a purpose, a meaningful life of something that they feel worthwhile. And that starts with how they feel in their hearts. And the first thing is, once you get something in your heart, that will move you to take a step forward. Just as an example, you know, when people are in, I don't know about now, okay, but let's go back to when I was in high school. When I was in high school, you know, that's when you pretty much start dating. I might have had a date or two in the 8th grade, you know, and went to the movies, you know, put the arm around, you know, that type of thing. But then you get into high school and it becomes more of a thing, a social thing. You know, it's, you know, you want to make friends, as we like to call it. You make friends with people of the opposite gender. But the point is, you don't know exactly what to do. There's no, you know, okay, here's the blueprint, all right, here's exactly what you do. You do this, 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 check off all the boxes, and the young lady will be more than happy to be your girlfriend. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. But the first thing that happens is you start to feel a feeling of, for lack of a better word, passion for a particular member of the opposite gender, and there were many, but a particular member of the opposite gender, and then you say to yourself, okay, I can't keep having this feeling, I have to do something. And so once you have that feeling in here, you become motivated to take some particular action. And not only that, but when you really have that feeling, is you take that action, and sometimes it doesn't work out so well. You say the wrong thing, you know, you get to, no, I'm not interested, that, you know, whatever. I mean, there's all sorts of different scenarios, but we're using dating as an example. So what do you do when you really have that feeling? You try something else. And you try something else. And you try something else until you get a positive response. That's what a burning desire will do for you. That's what the vision of seeing the situation better than it is, which is to say, you're not home alone on a Friday night, you're out with a girl at a movie or at a dance or something, you're making the situation better than it is, and you're taking a step to do it. But the first step, and I never saw the reciprocity of this, I've always said as a leader, it was taught to me, I didn't make it up. All right, my main mentor, Bob Anderson, said, Eli's dad, here's the secret. You get into their hearts and their heads will follow. And we were in a sales organization, and he would say, can you see yourself with your spouse, you got a vacation home, you got a brand new car, your spouse is extremely happy, you've got the perfect family, you're raising kids, and you're just content with life. Can you see that happening? Can you see that vision? Share the vision, sell the dream. So that's what you do with the team. But you have to do the same thing as an individual, and I never really put those two things together. The first step is you've got to get that feeling in your heart. So do some self-examination. Figure out a cause, an objective, something that's going to make life better for you or for somebody else, or some problem you're going to solve, and get it into your heart. And once you do that, once you get into your own heart, then your head will follow with ideas on how to make that happen. And because we will never end a meeting on a philosophical note, let's all get out there and charge! I'm Eli's dad.